guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kartiga, and in today's video I thought I will show you guys a beginner's guide to Goodnotes 6. Goodnotes 6 has a huge update from the last Goodnotes 6 update, and I'm excited to show you guys the new update of Goodnotes 6. This is my first beginner guide to any app on the iPad, so I hope you guys like this video, and if I missed something, please let me know in the comments below. But let's get right into this video. So the first time you open Goodnotes 6, this is the interface you will get. This is the home screen you will get for Goodnotes 6, and all you have to do is just click next here. So you can log in with your Google account, Apple account, or Microsoft account. Once you sign up with any of these accounts, Goodnotes is not a free app. It's a paid app. So with these accounts that you have, you must have your subscription paid onto your account. So I have a Google account with Goodnotes 6, so I'm going to log into my Google account. I suggest you to have iCloud on. iCloud is so important because if you have Goodnotes 6 on your iPhone or MacBook, your items from the Goodnotes 6 app will sync to every devices with the same account that you have. So I suggest you to have the iCloud on. So this is the first interface you will get when you open Goodnotes 6 and when you're logged in. You have your tabs here, you have your documents and other stuff here, and you have your reminders here and your search. So let's go through the tab. You have your documents, favorites, shared, and marketplace. I will talk to you guys about that at the end of the video. Next, you have your icons and list, vice versa. So grid or list. Then you have dates created. Then you have last modified, the name and the type. And then you have this new icon. Click on the new icon and you'll have so many new things here. Before it's just notebook, you can add a notebook. Now you have new things. So you have notebook, new text doc, new whiteboard, which I will show you guys at the end of the video. Import documents, a quick record. Next, you have the regular stuff, the quick note, scan documents, study sheet, import an image, take a photo, or have a new folder. So the first thing I want to show you is adding a new folder. Here, you can change the colors of the photo, so they are red, orange, yellow, etc. So you can change the color of your photo. Also, you can change the icons of your photo. So you can change it to Apple, anything like that. So you can rename your folder. And as you can see, I put to writing to text. And I'm going to show you guys how I did that. So I'm going to go to settings, go to Apple Pencil, and turn Scribble on. Scribble is writing to text feature, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So you can add a new folder and write in your text. I'm going to show you again. So I'm going to create a new folder here. So folder. This is great, so you don't need to type on your keyboard, so you could just write it out. And I'm going to change the folder. And you can add multiple folders into the folder, which is pretty cool. I'm going to click on new, and I'm going to click on notebook. I'm going to show you guys what to do on this page. So first, you have your cover and your paper size. So let's go to the cover. You have different covers that you could choose from. Also, you can import new covers from your photos or your files app. So you have so many different covers that you could choose from, and here it is. And you can import covers from anywhere. Also, you could change your cover color with these colors, or you can have a custom color over here. You can choose a background and an accent color, which is pretty cool. And then you can change the language. You can add the cover, or you can just enable the cover. Next, you have your paper size. You have your language, you can turn on the cover. Also, you have different paper sizes. So you have Goodnotes Standard, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, letter, tabloid, or you can customize a size. So we're going to go to the Goodnotes Standard size. And here you can change the color of your template. So there's different colors here. Or you can customize the color over here with the different colors that they have for Goodnotes. But I'm gonna just use the white template that they have. Also, you can choose any template from here: blank, dotted, square, ruled, white. Also, you can import any template from your photos or files. So after I showed you that, we're gonna create a new notebook. So I'm gonna call this notebook and click on create. As you can see, this is the interface you will get when you open the Goodnotes app. If you double click, you can zoom into the window. Double click again, you can zoom out with the window. So if you want to add a new page on this Goodnotes notebook, you just have to swipe and it says release to add a new page. So you could just release to add multiple pages on your notebook. If you don't want this portrait mode for your notebook, you can change the template. So click on the three dots here, click on change template, and you can click here and you can go to portrait or landscape. I forgot to tell you guys, you can use portrait template or landscape template. I'm gonna do landscape template, but the Goodnotes standard size, and I'm gonna just choose the squared template. I'm gonna click on apply, but this only works for one template. As you guys can see, I still have the vertical templates. You have to do this for every template you have, so you have to change it to landscape, but there's an easier version. So go to the thumbnail view here, and you can just delete the rest of the portrait template that you have here. This will be easier, so you can just delete it and move it to trash. So I moved it to trash, and you just can do landscape right now. That's how you can move it to landscape template. Now I'm gonna show you guys the toolbar here. This is the toolbar that you can have access to. So first you have the freehand tool, the pencil tool, elements tool, photo tool, shape tool, text tool, the sticker tool, the laser, and then you have record summarize, show recordings, zoom window, ruler, and timekeeper. So I'm going to show you guys what you can do. So first off, this is the freehand tool, aka the lasso tool. I love the lasso tool. This is one of my favorite lasso tools ever on Goodnotes 6. So as you can see, you can lasso and you can move around this word, or you can do things here. You can convert to math or text. So let's see if it works today. And it says convert to text. So you can convert your handwriting to text. And then you could ask Goodnotes AI, edit the text, resize the text. So you can do it this way or resize it. And then create an element, which I will show you later. You can take a screenshot, you can duplicate, you can copy, you can cut, bring it to front or bring it back. But this is one of my favorite features on the Goodnotes 6 because it can just move this anywhere or resize it. And I have small handwriting, so when I write small, I want to make this sizing bigger. So I like this tool. And then you have the pencil tool. Usually the highlighter eraser will be on the toolbar, but everything is one combination, which is pretty cool. So this is the pen tool, and you have different settings in the pen tool. First, you have fountain pen. This has pressure sensitivity. So I'm going to show you guys what does the fountain pen look like. So this is the fountain pen. And then you have the ball pen, which doesn't have pressure sensitivity, which is one of my favorites. I'm going to show you guys the ball pen. And then you have the brush pen, which does have pressure sensitivity. And this is the brush pen. Those are the different pen settings you have here. And if you go scrolling down, you have pen settings here. You can adjust the thickness of the speed, reduce latency, draw and hold. So with the pen settings, you can draw a shape and hold it. So I'm going to draw a shape here. Once I hold, it will turn into a square. I'm going to change it to the ball pen setting. If I draw a circle, it will make a circle for me. If I draw a triangle, and make a triangle for me. and it will fill in the colors. You can do that by go to the pen settings, go draw and hold, and unclick this fill color if you want to have a fill color. Next you have pen gestures. So you have scribble to erase. So that's scribble to erase. And then you have that lasso tool. So I'm going to show you guys what the lasso tool is. So it's hard to figure out, but you just have this lasso tool. You just have to hold it. I just like the lasso tool that they have over here. That's my favorite lasso tool. So in the pen settings, they have writing aids. So in the writing aids, you could check the spelling. So if I write something here, say, it will have a red underline here, and it will give you suggestions for what word you want to write. And yes, I want to write subscribe, and it will spell it for you, and it will give you like this. This is great for me because I have very bad spelling, so my spelling and grammar is not good. So I love this writing aid, so it will fix these spelling mistakes for me. So this writing aid is really good for Goodnotes 6. Also, you have different type of thickness settings. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then you have from 0 millimeters to 2 millimeters thickness setting. But I like to go to like 0.6, 0.5, and that's where I like to go when I write something down. So we'll see. It will come in a good writing format. Also in the stroke settings, you have your solid line. So I'll show you. This is the solid line. If you draw a line like this and hold it, it will give you a straight line, which is pretty cool. Then you have the dashed line, which is this. And then you have the dotted line, which is this. So you have different types of stroke settings on your pen setting. Also, you could have different colors on this color thingy here. You can add a color. I have so many colors here, but you could choose the colors from this color palette or from this color wheel. Also, you could go onto Pinterest and get pictures from Pinterest like the hex code. And from the hex code, you can import it on the Goodnotes app. Also, Goodnotes has this eyedropper tool, so you can use the eyedropper and pick a color from Goodnotes and you can add the hex code. I love all the unlimited colors that they have for you, and you could choose any colors from the color palette. Also, you can add multiple colors on this color bar. So I'm going to add multiple colors on this color bar so you can see all the colors that I added. Next, you have the eraser tool. This is the eraser tool. It's like the pen tool. You have different 3 settings here. You have the precision eraser, standard eraser, and stroke eraser. You just have the precision eraser where you can just scribble and erase the line. And then you have your standard eraser, which is you can do 1 line at a time. And then you have your stroke eraser where you can just erase a stroke. And then you have erase highlighter only. So if I write something down and then you highlight it with the highlighter and then go to the eraser and then uncheck erase the highlighter only. Write something and then highlight it and go to the eraser tool and uncheck erase highlighter only and then erase the highlighter, erase the whole thing for you, which is pretty cool. Also, you can erase the tape only, which is pretty cool too. Next, you have the pen settings, which has 3 different settings like the pen tool, and you can add colors on the pen tool. But this is the pencil. So this is the pencil settings. Then you have a highlighter, which has 3 different settings. And if you hold on to the highlighter, it will make it straight for you. Then you have the stamp tool, which you can if you studying for a test or something, you can use the stamp tool to highlight the word that you're memorizing, and then you click on the stamp tool and then it will reveal the word if you got it right. And you have different settings here, and also you can add multiple colors for the stamp tool. Then you have your elements. Elements is the greatest thing that Goodnotes ever come up with. You can add elements from your photos or import from files. If you guys want a video of elements, let me know in the comments below so I can do a whole video for you guys. But I'm gonna import an element from my files and I'm gonna have this coffee, and you can name this element. You can have a collection of this. You can create a collection, and you can use this element in anywhere. This is good for digital planning, so you can have elements all over your digital planner. And yeah, the elements is good. Elements is good for Goodnotes. Next, you can add an image. You can add an image on Goodnotes app. You can resize it, rotate it. You can add two elements and stuff like that. You can do anything from here. This shape tool is different from the previous update. So if you hold on to your screen, it will make the shape for you. So I'm going to make a square shape. And then I'm going to make a circle. I'm going to make a triangle and a diamond. So if you hold on to the home screen, it will make a shape for you. You can have different colors of the shape. You can fill the color, and then you can freehand your shape too. So you can do an arrow, stuff like that. This is pretty cool. This is new. I haven't tried this out yet, so I think this is the arrow button. So this is pretty cool. And then you can have different arrows, and then you can just freehand your shape if you want. So if you don't want to have these things, you can just freehand your shapes. Next, you have your text tool. So this is the text tool you have. So you can add a text, you can write anything on it. You can size the text, you can change the color of the text, you can change the font, you can custom font. So you can add custom fonts. So I'm going to show you guys how I add custom fonts. So first thing you need to do is download the iPhone app. iPhone is free on the App Store, and once you download the app, you want to go to the font.com. Once you go onto the website, you can search for any fonts that they have here. I'm going to say download this one. Click on download, go to your downloads, and it will import it to the Files app. Once it's imported to the Files app, you can open the zip file, and then go to the font. Click on the share button and click iFont. And then as you can see here, so many fonts here. So I'm gonna install this font and then click continue. This doesn't give any virus to your iPad. This is a good app. I've been trying this app so many times. So I'm gonna go back to settings, open settings. And then it will show you portfolio downloaded, but if it doesn't show you there, go to general. Scroll down when you see VPN and device management, and you can see your font here, so you can install your font from here. And then if you have a passcode, enter your passcode, and then click install. So once you install the font, you go back to the Goodnotes app, highlight your text, go to this, go to custom font, and search up the font that you just downloaded. So this is the font I just downloaded, and this is the custom font you just downloaded. So you guys can do the same thing as me and download custom fonts. I always download custom fonts on Goodnotes 6 because my handwriting is not that great. Then you have your sticky notes here. So you can add a sticky note. You can just write anything on the sticky note. But I don't use this feature that much. Then you have your laser pointer. Next, you have record and summarize. So this is the recording feature of Goodnotes 6. So it's recording my voice now. And if I stop this, I'm going to stop this. And you go to record and summarize. And go to summary. And it will generate your notes. And you can play back your recording here at the bottom. And in this, you can change the speed of your recording. Also, yeah, so playback settings, help and feedback. And you could just record anything if you're on lectures at class, or if you just want to record something just for fun, you can record anything over there. And then you have show recordings like I showed you. And then you have the zoom window. Zoom window is pretty cool. So I'm gonna write something. Hey guys. You have this blue line. You can also write on this blue line and it will give you where you left off on your writing. So the zoom window is pretty cool. Then you have the ruler. And then you have the timekeeper which is the stopwatch, and it will come over here. So we went over the toolbar. Next, I'm gonna show you these features at the corners here you've been seeing the whole time. So first you have the thumbnail view, which shows you the pages that you have, the outlines, and your audio recording. You can move the pages. I'm not gonna move a page because so you can add a page before, after, copy a page, duplicate, rotate, move to, add a page outline, export a page, open as a new window, and move to trash. Also, you can add a new template here. You can add a new template, more from template, import an image, scan documents, take a photo, and import a photo. Next, you have the search tool where you can search anything and it will come up. So I'm going to search subscribe, and it came up as a note for me that I wrote. And then you can ask AI anything. I haven't used this feature, but apparently AI on the Goodnotes app is pretty cool. You can ask anything on the AI app and it'll give you anything you like. Next, you have read-only mode. Read-only mode is pretty cool if you have a digital planner, and if you import a digital planner and it has hyperlinks, you can use the hyperlinks only on read-only mode. If you don't have read-only mode and you want to use the hyperlinks, it won't work. So if you on read-only mode, the hyperlinks on the Goodnotes planner will work. I'm gonna import a clip here where I show you about the read-only mode. And if you want to go back to read-only mode, you can click on the read-only mode and you can do anything else. But if you click off, you can't do anything on your page. So that is read-only mode. Next, you can add a page before, after, last page. You can export this template. You can share it to someone, export this page, or export all of the page, or print the page. And then you have the three dots that you guys have been seeing the whole time. So first you have add to favorites, copy page, rotate the page, add page or outline, change template, go to page, clear pages, move page to trash, and you have your rest of your settings. You can add a lock to your notebook that you want, and you have your scrolling directions. You can scroll horizontally like this, or you can go back to scroll directions and you can scroll vertically like this, which is pretty cool. So you can change the different scrolling directions. Next you have sidebar, and then you have stylus and palm rejection. From here you can have your writing poster, so you can choose any of these writing posters, but I like the last one, and I just keep the sensitivity as medium and just click done from there. And then you have document editing. Here you have automatic screen lock, status bar, which you can turn off and turn on, which is pretty cool. Then you have pull to add a page, show page number, scrolling direction, show hover preview, and then you have toolbar customization. You can move anything from the toolbar that you think for your preference, and you can just move anything or delete anything from the toolbar that you don't use. Tool position, undo, redo, auto advance, automatically open new imported documents, and open documents as a new tab. So these are the features that Goodnotes already have for you. I'm gonna show you the rest of the features. You can click on this home button so you can go back. Also, you have the new features on the new Goodnotes update. So you have this new text doc feature where you have a full page only for text, and this I don't think has you can't import new fonts for this text doc, but this is good if you want to write a paper in Goodnotes 6. You can export it and send it from Goodnotes 6. That's pretty cool. And then you have the whiteboard feature. I've been seeing lots of videos of this, so you have different diagrams here that you can use for this whiteboard feature. With the language, you have the pattern. You want blank, dotted, square, anything like that. You can change the color. So I'm going to click on create. I think this is unlimited canvas, like the whiteboard canvas that you have, like the freeform canvas that Apple already give you, but you can just write anything down on this whiteboard here, and this is pretty cool. You can add, write, and do anything on this canvas. It's an unlimited canvas that you can write on, which is pretty cool. So that's the new features of Goodnotes 6, and then I'm going to show you this icon. This is where you can find your account. You have your settings, you have managed notebook template, and iCloud backup. you should do iCloud backup on your Goodnotes so it will sync to every devices you have, like I said. And then you have integrations, you have trash, user guide, report an issue, rate about the app, and then about the app. If you do review account, it has your subscription here, account settings, and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the beginner's guide of Goodnotes 6, and I just showed you guys new features of Goodnotes 6. We have the new whiteboard and the new text box, which is pretty cool features for the Goodnotes 6 if anyone wants to use it on the Goodnotes 6. But hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you like tech, nail, and lifestyle content. Bye guys!